Okay, we've got our hands on Sony Ericsson's latest phone here. We already saw us review the Arc. We've now got the Xperia Play. This is basically a gaming phone. It's as simple as that. It's a PSP type PlayStation combined with Xperia Arc Google Android phone. So if that appeals to you, then as it does to many people, having a PlayStation phone sounds pretty cool. You've got the left and right buttons on the back, which pretty much give away the fact that it's a PlayStation if you're familiar with PlayStation straight away. And it's got the typical buttons across the bottom, the back home button, etc., which you'd find on an Android device. And if we switch it on, we'll just have a quick talk about while it's loading up. You know, why have Sony Ericsson made this phone? Obviously, there's the big PR headline that it's got the PlayStation games on board, it's got the PlayStation controller system, and then it's got the functionality of a typical Android phone. But what is really going to make people buy this? A lot of the touchscreens these days that you find are offering loads of playability with games. You can download all sorts of games for the iPad and the BlackBerry Playbook and the Samsung Galaxy Tab. So there's lots of games and lots of fun to be had on these. So do people really need a PlayStation experience on a phone, and can you get that PlayStation experience? So today we're going to be looking at whether you can get a proper PlayStation experience out of the phone. We won't talk too much about the games, and we'll focus on the controllers themselves. So when you open it up and flip it down, you've got the controllers. You've got the Xperia Play games, which are already preloaded. You've got the controllers on the bottom here. If you flip across, we've got Bruce Lee and etc. already preloaded, and then we've got more games that you can download as well. So there's a group of Xperia Play games already loaded, and there's more games you can download too. And the controls are the familiar PlayStation controls. Everybody's seen them. If you know anything about gaming, there's the analog device in the middle, which you can use. So straight away you think, yeah, this looks like a PlayStation. It's familiar. I've got both the controller at the bottom and I've got the touchscreen at the top, which is great. And that's a big thing. You've got the touchscreen at the top and you've got the controller at the bottom. So if we go in and we take a look at the Bruce Lee game first. First of all, when we're looking at the Bruce Lee game, it's not so much about the game. It's the fact that is it working with the same sort of response that you'd get from a PlayStation. So if we take a look, first of all, you'll see that we use the touchscreen to navigate through the menu to get into the game. And as the game starts, we get straight into the action. And straight away, to be honest, it is very responsive. It is very quick. Everything that you're pressing, all the moves that you want to make, you know, it's very quick to respond, and it feels like you're playing a PlayStation. It really does. So pretty impressed on that level, to be honest. Then if we go into a very familiar game that everybody has played on the PlayStation, pretty much, is FIFA. Okay, FIFA. So again, what are we looking for? We're looking for, does it pass off the same familiar gameplay that you get from the PlayStation? And it does. The controls, again, are smooth. The game is smooth. The controls are smooth. The passing is quick. It's got good precision. You feel that what you're doing on the control pad is being replicated in the game. So again, quite impressed with the way the controller's working on the machine itself. And then the thing that we really wanted to talk about is, if this phone is to have any success in the long term, then it really has to take advantage of both the interface and the touchscreen and the controller on the bottom itself. So that's the real key for us. It's got to be good on the touchscreen functionality, and it's got to be good on the pad functionality as well. So as you can see, when you go into Sims, you're using the touchpad to start the new game. You're then in this part, you want to, in the wardrobe, you're dressing your character. Again, it's using the touchscreen to add to the game, and this is the sort of thing that where PlayStation can really boast a little bit about the device. So if we sort of skip on and we look at how you navigate around the map, you can see that you can move around with the touchscreen. You can select certain things with the pad. You can zoom in and out on the map, and it's this combination of the gaming pad and the touchscreen which will make this phone a big success, we feel. Now, not all games lend themselves to this, but I think, you know, it's about designing games for the device. That's what it's got to be key to the success. Whether the games publishers will feel that that's in their interest, and the games developers versus the handset maker themselves, well, let's hope that they're both thinking the same thing. So ultimately, are you going to part with your cash for a Sony Ericsson Play? If you're looking for a PlayStation experience on the move, on the go, 24/7, when you leave your home, then this could be the device for you. And of course, you get the bonus of having the Android operating system combined.